I have just arrived in Encarnacion in Paraguay, and after a 6-hour bus ride I've just come to this hostel where I'll be staying for the next 2 nights. Free the hostel, and looking at it, just dumped my bags off. It looks okay. 220,000 guarani, I think that's the currency. Still getting used to Paraguay. And the bus journey was a long one, 6 hours non-stop, and I mean non-stop, no getting off. And I don't know why, but bus journeys makes me tired. So I've come out to have a look around this new city, mainly because it's a bank holiday. The place is quiet. So when I left Asunción this morning, this was the view outside the hostel where I was staying. It looked empty. Today is Labor Day, I believe, and the streets were just dead. Even going into the bus station, which should have taken about 30 minutes, took 15 minutes because nobody was on the roads. But the journey itself for 6 hours, I kept looking out the window because it was my first glance of Paraguay to see what the country looked like. And there is no main highway, motorway. It is all single road all the way. And the only reason I've come out is I am hungry. I've had nothing to eat. I did bring some snacks onto the bus, thinking it was going to stop halfway, but obviously it didn't. But the views from the bus, you had the countryside, which was amazing. We went through little towns, big towns. It did stop to let people off and people on every now and again, but it was only like a 3 or 4 minute stop before the driver went, right, time to go on. Look at that. That's a bit funky, that bus. Oh, it's a party bus. Ooh. And then going through other places on the through the journey. I mean, this is the journey in total, going from the capital to here. It's a long old way. Now, I could have stopped in various places along the way. However, looking at booking.com, etc., all the hotels, there was no hostels in any of these places. These were all expensive places, and I mean expensive. So I don't know if these are places that the rich Paraguayans go to escape the capital. Oh, there's a shop. Is that open? Nope. I really should look at the map to find out where I'm going, just to see if there's any shops on the way. But even the lady in the hostel said, no, I don't think you'll find anything open. There might be a shop, but have a look around. So although I've booked for 2 nights, I am planning on being here a bit longer. If you are a regular follower, you'll know that I took a day off yesterday, and that was because, in honesty, I'm knackered. I was just wanting a day of no filming, no YouTube, no laptop, just to chill out and relax, and I managed to do it, no problem. Oh, sorry, this path's a bit dodgy. Hello. I think daily videos for the last 3.5 months had taken its toll, so a day off was needed, and it's worked. I feel a lot better. There didn't seem to be anything open at all. So what did I do yesterday? Well, I booked a flight. I have been getting worried over the last few weeks with the Middle East conflict and the cost of air flights going up and up and up. So I spent a couple of hours going through lots of sites, and 6 weeks time, São Paulo. I have a flight going back to UK. It's costing me £340 direct. That's probably one of the cheapest flights I've ever had direct, and more importantly, I can just about afford it now, even though it's going to be next month that I take it. So I have got an end date. It was going to be the end of July, but every other flights I've seen has just gone too expensive. So yeah, 6 weeks time. So then I had to work out how to get to São Paulo from here. That is still to be worked out, and I'll probably do that tonight, tomorrow, or the day after. I've got loads of time, so there's not much planning to do. It's basically one way, I think. Right, there's a light on there. Is that a shop? Now, my first impressions of this city as I'm driving in, or the bus driver was driving in, very clean, very tidy. The roads are a bit wider, the paths are more walkable. And some of these houses, my God. And I did get told by one of the guys in the hostel last night when I said I was coming here, this is where people from, the rich people from Paraguay come to relax, to chill, to come on holiday. And in the hostel, I have a 10-man room to myself. To myself. So I'm not going to be hearing anybody snore. Nobody's going to be complaining about my snoring. So I think I might have hit lucky. Wait, I might just look at the map, Google Maps, to find out where I'm going to. Right, according to Google Maps, there is something that sells food that is open. But you should never trust the internet. And it looks closed anyway. Yeah. Rolly Grill is not open. This could be a bit of a bad day to come travelling if it's all closed. That's quite cute. I don't even know if I'm in the city centre. So I did look online at various maps to work out how to get to São Paulo. If anybody's got any ideas, then let me know. But I might look at going across the bridge here, back into Argentina, and then up towards Brazil. I've got 6 weeks. And if you've got any tips on what to see around here, because I might extend to 3 nights, because it looks quite decent. And you can see the sun's coming down. I mean, it's coming up to 6:30 at night now. Right. Any shops? Oh, lots of lights up here. There are lights, but it's shops that doesn't sell food. But I can smell food. Pizza. Saviour. Pizza! In fact, I want to have a look at it before anything else. Oh, I am so hungry right now. So that cost me 35,000. That is cheap. Oh. Imagine if I had tripped over there and dropped everything. I would not be happy. So what I'm going to do now is going to take you back to the hostel, show you what I think it works out at £11 a night. My 10-man bunk to myself. It's just around the corner. Right, this is the hostel. It's dark outside. It's night time. Right, here we go. Right. Nice little sitting room, common area. There's this garden through there. I remember which way I've got to go. There's a lot of doors around here. Oh, a bit too loud. So these are all dormitory rooms. Obviously, there's nobody here apart from me. And this is it. This is where I just shoved my stuff down. The pizza is still hot. And then when you go outside, it's nice and cool in here as well. This is the garden. Obviously, you'll see it better in the next video. So that was my journey all the way to this place. It's been a long day. And all I know is I've got food there and I'm starving. And I don't know why I'm still talking. But I'm going to be here for 2 nights, maybe 3, depending on how I feel. But if you've enjoyed this little walk around Encarnacion, then just press that like button. If you want to see what the place is like, then subscribe, because I'll be going around everywhere. But until next time, pizza. Bye bye for now.